Yep, you see it. Bing. What's up, baby? Anthony Blake back at it. Founder of Flawless Fantasy Football. Guess what? Here you go. The consensus experts 13 through 24. This is my synopsis of their list. And like I said, they'll move them around. They'll play games out like they're actually working. But guess what? This is my review, my critique of their list. Once again, we're going to use the same format I did from the video from yesterday. Green are players I fully endorse. Yellow are ones I'm optimistic about. Not on the full go, but I'm not going to tell you not to draft them. But in the red is no go. We want no part of that around here in the Flawless Fantasy Football family. Okay? All right, that's how we're going to roll. Let me put them up here like Fresh Prince or something for y'all can see my pretty eyes. All right, let's get to it. Let me get the markers in my hand. All right, we went 1 through 12 last time. We're going to start right away. Najee Harris. How y'all like Najee Harris this year? All right? You know, well, I'm going to tell you one thing I like about the Pittsburgh system. They use one back. Majority of people know that. And that coach is committed to that one back system. He did it last year. He did it several years, you know. So this was the pick of the first round. This is the first running back pick, yep, in the draft. I'm not going to waste any time here. I think he can end up being a low-end RB1 in fantasy football. At safe, I think he can get he'll be a high-end wide or running back too. So I'm going to give him a green. Najee Harris gets a green for me. Now I would prefer you get him as your RB2, go heavy RB, go running back. I don't feel as comfortable you do get him as your RB1 because I kind of feel Clyde Edwards-Helaire from last year. So you want to be cautious and optimistic of that. But I'm going to give him a green. He'll have hella volume. He's going to have every chance to get that RB1 status, top 12 status. So going to make that short and quick. Have nothing to say about Najee Harris. I support him and gets the green. All right. Next is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A lot of people got bit by the Clyde Edwards-Helaire because he underperformed because a lot of people was picking him in the first round. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I picked him in one of my leagues. I didn't have many leagues. Had two, and I picked him. He dropped all the way to the second to last pick in the first round. I picked him. You know, so you know I had Henry, him, and then I went another running back. But I had a whole bunch of running backs. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter to me. But he underperformed because a lot of people picked him in the first round. But I believe in him. And I believe that the offensive genius of the coach that actually said, Andy Reid said that he's like a young Brian Westbrook. So he said that with his own mouth. We didn't make him say that. So I think eventually he got to hold true to that. He was actually unfortunate with touchdowns last year, but he was actually the running back 9 before he got hurt and they started bringing in Le'Veon or washed up Le'Veon and stuff like that, in which his stock actually dropped. So, but this year we had none of those problems and just have Darren Williams behind him is backing him up and keeping him fresh. So I think he'll have a breakout this year. Possible he can end up being number 8, number 9, number 8, maybe even higher if they act right and he stays healthy and gets the rock, kind of like how they did Damian Williams a couple years ago in the back half of the season when he was basically a strong RB1 when they committed to him. But I'm going to give Clyde Edwards-Helaire a green. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, especially for the value he's going at right now. I hate to use the word value because people overuse it. Especially where he's going right now, I believe he'll outwork that ADP. You know, so he'll meet that. Next, we got J.K. Dobbins. All right, man. Look. Let me stop. I'm sick and damn tired of y'all knocking this young man, J.K. Dobbins, because Lamar runs so much. Shut the hell up. Guess what? Lamar doesn't pass for 4,000 yards. So just consider some of his 1,000 rush yards to be passing yards. How about that? Let me take these damn glasses off. I can start preaching in here. So Jalen actually scored 7 touchdowns in the last 6 games. See, that's where a lot of you fantasy clowns get all thrown off. You worry about receptions instead of worrying about the points. Okay? You want to get your little BS 4 catches. So what if the mother effer can't doggone cross the goal line and don't have no commitment and can't work down a game? He's not going to have much value. Lamar don't run in his touchdowns like that from the goal line. He hands the ball, he hands it off. When you think Lamar running the ball, running it in, bam, he getting it in from deep. 20, 30, 40 yards. He ain't sitting up there doing the Josh Allen. I know. He ain't doing that. And you know it too, so stop being afraid of his quarterback's air yards being his ground yards being his air yards, because that's basically what it is. J.K. Dobbins will score 13, possibly 14 TDs this year, plus getting the value. He'll take one to the house. He's one of the most explosive running backs in the league. You know how I'm talking about him. I'm going to give him a green. I damn near want to give him a green over here and a green over here. He gets a damn green. You skip over J.K. Dobbins in some of y'all leagues, he's in the third round. If you can get J.K. Dobbins in the third round, you better get him. I don't give a damn if it could be for anybody on this list. If he's in the third round, you pick him. J.K. Dobbins. We'll get more on that later. Green. Green! I'm not going to say it again. Bush it side the head with green marker. Josh Jacobs. I'll be honest with you. Josh Jacobs. This is just Josh Jacobs. They won't trust him with the workload. A lot of people got love affairs with Josh Jacobs too. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Keep in mind, he was the RB1 week one last year because he hit up the lowly Panthers with 3 TDs. He was the RB1 week one last year. Or 2. But I think it was number 1, to be totally honest with you. And people got to say that's where 3 of his touchdowns came in. So everybody beat up on the Panthers last year. Remember the 6 TDs Kamara scored? Everybody beat up on them. They were the youngest defensive team in the league. Nevertheless, they don't trust him with the catching. They brought in Drake. People talking up Drake. Mind you, Drake was inefficient, but Drake had 10 touchdowns or so. He had a decent amount of touchdowns last year at Arizona. So I just don't trust. I don't trust the coach either. I don't trust him. So Josh Jacobs, I don't think he'll meet that RB9 and a half PPR that he was at. RB9 and RB10 that he was at this year. Oakland's just dysfunctional. I wouldn't recommend anybody picking him because he's very inconsistent and don't offer you the weekly upside. Josh Jacobs, a no. I know that's going to hurt some of you. Twist your panties a little bit. But he's getting a red around here at Flawless Fantasy Football. Okay? All right. David Montgomery. I'm going to tell you how I feel about David Montgomery. I drafted him in his rookie year. And let me tell you, that one Monday night, that one game, first game of the year, and they had him, Cohen, and they had some other guy over there. Hell, maybe it was Mike Davis. And the coach, Nagy, was just playing games. See, Nagy's a knucklehead, and he hold everybody back. But he was number 4 running back last year. Number 4, and he actually got off to a slow start. People say it's because Cohen was out. Let me tell you something. We've seen the best of Cohen. That's my phrase. Have you seen the best of them? Ask yourself that when it's time to differentiate between 2 people. And Cohen's not even going to start this year. You got Damian Williams to back him up. Man, look, they're going to rely on Montgomery. The coach is saying he's gonna rely on him. Man, look, he reminded me of back in the day when I picked LaDainian Tomlinson in his rookie year, and he just didn't give me what I needed, so I kind of shied away from him. And I actually picked, this is back in the day, so this is after Sean Alexander Banner year when he rushed 28 touchdowns, because I've been playing fantasy for a while. And it was a 50-50. I had the number 2 pick, and number 1 pick Larry Johnson. And I was back and forth between LaDainian and Sean Alexander. And I knew the picks, knew I had number 2 pick probably 10 days before we actually drafted. And I ended up picking Sean Alexander because he came off that awesome season. But it was a pinnacle season. He had got paid too. And man, the next person picked LaDainian, and LaDainian was like 30 times that year, and I pissed off. I didn't enjoy football that year. But anyway, that's what he reminds me of. Had him in his rookie year, he's underwhelming, but I believe in his ability, and he's gonna always have a rock. And I'm gonna give David Montgomery a green. I wouldn't pick him as my RB2. I like to go running back heavy, so you can easily get him in the third. And you can, let's say if you want to get a wide receiver in the second, go running back, then get a wide receiver in the second, stud wide receiver, and then pick him in the third. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to have you picking some other, because the middle round of the wide receivers is plentiful. Plentiful. But it's plentiful, but it's some bums in there too. See, because some people tell you people that's legit number ones, but you shouldn't touch them. But we'll talk about those wide receivers in my wide receiver videos. So, Montgomery's going to get the green for me. DeAndre Swift. Man, DeAndre Swift was trying to show it out last year. How y'all like DeAndre Swift? Y'all like him? Well, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. What you'll find that's very common with me, I don't like glass running backs. DeAndre Swift is glass. He already glassed out. The coach is raving over Jamal Williams. No. See, that's what y'all don't want to listen to what the coaches say. That's against your players, but you'll listen to everything that's the coach says for your player. This son of a gun is not getting a yellow. Tricked you. He's getting a damn red. They're going to share the rock over there. That's a rebuilding team. That team going to be in disarray, and he can't stay healthy. Might not even be the starter. Don't pick no DeAndre Swift as your running back too. Don't be picking him in the third round. That's a waste. I don't care if you're in the PPR, non-PPR, none of that shit, okay? I don't care. Don't pick him. You're going to regret it. Chris Carson. What you'll find out is I trust the Seattle offense this year. I trust them. Got a new coordinator. A lot of people believe in this. Oh, Pete Carroll wants to run the rock. Oh, Pete Carroll. No. Oh, you're talking the same Pete Carroll when they were down on the goal line to beat the Patriots. He decided to try to run a slant when he could have easily handed the ball off and got a championship, got a Super Bowl championship, but he's out to throw it to validate Russell, his offensive jinx. No, he likes to damn it throw, okay? He got 2 wide receiver ones on his team, brought in a new offensive coordinator. He got y'all food, but he don't have me fooled. And now since I'm telling you all, you all aren't fooled either. But Chris Carson is glass. Okay? But while he's in there, he's going to give you some good numbers. But he's glass. So I'm going to give him the yellow because he's got to take caution with him. Work with my late round running backs, my award-winning running backs that I'm going to give you later on in the 25 through 36 running back list. I'll give that as a bonus. Okay? All right. So we're going to give him the yellow. Just take caution. Remember, green is a full go. Yellow is caution. I can work with him. You can work with him. Just make sure your team right. Build it right. Red is a no-go. No-go. Don't touch him with your D. Don't touch him with nobody else's D. Don't touch him. All right, here we go. Miles Sanders. Man, last year was supposed to be Miles' year. They had Duke Staley over there and being a running backs coach, and everybody was endorsing him. And, he just underperformed. He got hurt. Glassed out, man. Glassed out. And, they drafted a running back, brought running backs over. He's going to have some games because he got breakaway speed, but he's not consistent, okay? He's not consistent. Hell of a specimen, but he's not consistent. He dropped a lot of balls, too, so he don't catch a lot. He had a bad catch rate last year, but I'm going to give him the red. Don't draft Miles Sanders. Don't draft him. Don't touch him. Do not pass go. I'll whip y'all ass in some Monopoly too, by the way. All right, Myles Gaskin. How many Miami Dolphins fans out there? Okay, yeah, all right. I'm sure it's been a decent amount of you. Myles Gaskin was a decent RB2 last year, but I'm gonna be honest with you. They brought over your boy from the Rams. And he's going to cause problems over there. They like that support. They like the fact that he's a short yardage back and goal line. I just don't. I don't approve of Myles Gaskin. He don't read every 3 down backs to me, and I just think he'll flash in the pan. He'll be okay sometimes, but he won't move the needle either way. I do not recommend drafting Myles Gaskin. Notice I'm not putting a yellow here. I'm putting a red. Do not recommend. Say it with me. Do not recommend. Yeah. Flawless fantasy football. It says flawless. Flawless Next, Kareem Hunt. Everybody, listen, I like Kareem Hunt. But I'm going to tell you something. What everybody got up here stuck in their brain housing group is Kareem Hunt up under Andy Reid when he went off. Okay, guess what? This is Cleveland, okay? When Chubb missed 4 games last year, he was a pedestrian, maybe a high-end running back too. He didn't pop off and be a league winner like some people thought he would be. Okay? People know. Whoever had Kareem Hunt, they played him. Out of the 4 games, he probably blew it 1. And maybe a couple were maybe one was bad. It just, listen, they need him to keep Chubb fresh. Do I want Chubb going out there having 325 totes? No. I think he'll glass out. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't care what you say. Injuries happen. And you can kind of predict the ones because they'll tell you by their history. But Kareem Hunt's good as a flex. Because he gets his, he had 10 touchdowns, maybe 11 last year or something like that. But a couple of them came in like 2 and stuff like that. But Kareem gets his, but he gets his after Nick Chubb. Okay, but I'm going to give him a yellow. But I just wouldn't recommend getting him as a running back. See, he's right here on the brink, but I wouldn't recommend getting him as a 1 or a 2. But he does have some flex value appeal. Okay, but I'll give him a yellow. I ain't picking him. I got other bulls I'll pick before him. But I'm just letting you know in case you like him, you can pick him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because I ain't give him a red. If I gave him a red, that means you don't pick him. All right? Simple enough. Why you think I got these damn markers? All right. Number 23, James Robinson. Man, I feel sorry for this dude. Dude broke onto the scene, top 12 running back last year. Damn near went undrafted in leagues. I think he went the second to last league in my draft, and we had 21 rounds. And he did well. He was the only option, and they was just handing it to him, throwing it to him, because Jacksonville's Jacksonville. And I hate to tell you, and even though I'm in Ormond Beach, Florida, right by Daytona, I go to a boatload of Jacksonville games. But Jacksonville Jaguars are the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I don't buy into Urban Meyer bringing his little college coach ass up here and think he's going to teach these grown men. See, I don't know if y'all remember, but these college coaches that come up, they have a difficult time teaching these, trying to coach up and get the most out of these grown millionaire-ass men. These aren't little kids where they can manipulate them and get in their head and do all that type of stuff. Nah, man, these grown men with families, man, they don't play these games. And I don't think Urban got it in him. I think he's going to be damn near like a Steve Spurrier when he was at the Washington. So he hurts Jacksonville's chances. But I'm going to tell you something. I think he's pissed off at the fact that ETN's there. People talking about ETN going to be a running back 1, top 12. I don't give a damn if they say PPR. No, that's a lie. He won't be one. Okay? And tell your favorite fantasy football show analyst that I said so. That Anthony Blake at Flawless Fantasy Football said so. So if you pick him and you waste your 4th round on ETN, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about James Robinson. I don't trust what the coach is going to do. There's going to be some games he pop off because they're going to play Houston and stuff like that. He's going to do good. I think they play Houston week 1, so he may have a great week 1. But I just don't trust it. I'm going to give him a red because you should pick somebody else around about the time he's going late. He's going like 7 or something like that. I mean, you could, but you're just not going to feel good, and you got to play him at the right times. Just don't pick him. You pick somebody else, okay? So we're not going to go with him. Mike Davis. I think I mentioned in a short or a video a couple times ago. I had Mike Davis. I picked him up last year after the Christian McCaffrey owner dropped him after week 1. And hell, I played him alongside Henry for 8, 9 weeks. He was balling. Y'all know what he was doing. He wasn't Christian McCaffrey, or whatever, but he put up solid ass numbers because they used him like that. But then he wore down too, you know what I'm saying? So I like him. But he's Mike Davis. There's something about how he had those quads, he had those legs and stuff. Yeah, dude. I don't trust Atlanta. They're going through rebuilding stage. I don't trust the quarterback. Matt Ryan's he's a year older. No Julio. That team's in disarray. Defense not good. They're not going to be able to run the ball efficiently, so he might have a little bit of PPR value. But yeah, we're not going to play those games for Mike Davis. He gets a red. I don't see a time when Mike Davis is going to be toting the rock like 20, 22 times a game like that. He might have maybe 2 games like that. The script, the game script's not going to allow that. So there we go. Guys, we got Najee Harris with the green, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We got Jacalyn Dobbins. Why I know his whole name? Why do I know his whole name is Jacalyn? I must really like that dude. You got a red for Josh Jacobs, green for David Montgomery, red for DeAndre Swift, yellow, caution for Chris Carson, red for Miles Sanders and Myles Gaskin. Look, both of the Miles boys get red. Kareem Hunt get the yellow, James Robinson and Mike Davis gets the red. All right? Listen, follow the system. Don't draft these guys at any cost. People talk about value. I don't give a damn what round it is. Don't pick these guys in the red. There's somebody else better to pick. Okay? Don't. I'll give you my dark horses, my league winners, tomorrow in the breakdown from 25 to 36. Because we all know there are always surprises, as I showed you in my shorts, my YouTube shorts, and I showed you in the last video, that second 2 videos ago, that 50% of the time, the top 12 running back ADP list is inaccurate. It's a bust rate, meaning 6 of those players in the past 5 years, 3 times 6 of those players did not end up in the top 12. 5 times, 2 times, 5 players did it. It's a very high bust rate, and I'm going to teach you how to avoid those landmines. Okay? You're not in the military, but we're going to avoid the landmines. Say it with me. Avoid landmines. Don't listen to the so-called consensus experts. Okay? I don't give a damn because they got all these followers. Trust me, I like them too. They're entertaining. But sometimes they be like, God, man, I can't let them mislead these people anymore. That's why I'm doing these videos. All right? Like, comment, subscribe. Flawless Fantasy Football. I need you to ride with me so you can reap the goodness. All right? Flawless Fantasy Football. Anthony Blake. Let's do it, baby. Let's win these ships together. Peace.